Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this morning with Winnie and Fred, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Winnie's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give here at school is a little tug and release on the training collar. That is the second piece of equipment that we're using, and Winnie's going to come home with her very own training equipment, and you'll be taught how to use that properly tomorrow during your follow-up training session. Now she is sitting very nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Winnie heel. Now at this point she has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with you when you're walking. Not forging ahead or lagging behind, but keeping an eye on your left leg. And each time that you stop your feet, she's been taught to sit automatically to wait for her next command. And you can see when she sits that she looks up at Fred, waiting for her next command. Nice sit. And this video is for you to practice with at home. This is not just for, giggles. This is for everyday life. Now the next command that Fred's going to demonstrate is the sit stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. Your homework will be to lengthen out the amount of time that she can hold it, from about 30 to 45 seconds all the way up to 3 minutes. And that's going to take you a couple months. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. When Fred returns back to her, he walks all the way around her. She has been taught to sit and wait for him to get back to her. And as you can see, she's a little bit of a nervous girl. She's not, every little thing makes her nervous. Like she had to come over and examine the tripod and the camera and say hello to me before she would really work. So if a bug lands on her butt, she's going to freak out. Nice heeling, nice automatic sits. Fred will demonstrate that sit stay again. And he coaxes her. He taps his leg when she's not heeling well or, wants to get her attention. He taps his leg and gets her to focus. And this time, instead of returning to her, he's very quietly going to ask her to come. Now, if you get too enthusiastic with that come command, she runs right past you. So that's why we keep it very subdued when we're calling her. Very nice heeling. She's watching Fred to see where he's going. She sits when he stops. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a heel position. She already knows. Fred's going to use the open flat of his palm straight down toward the ground on the one-word command to D-O-W-N. And tells her to stay. He walks out and faces her. And your stationary exercises can be practiced right in your home. You don't have to go outside. If it's too hot, rainy, whatever, don't let your obedience go by the wayside. When Fred returns back to her again, he will walk all the way around her just like he did on the sit stay, and she's to remain lying down, so he's going to make her do it again. That's your down. And when you return, as an additional distraction, you walk all the way around her, and she should remain lying down. And the last command that we're going to demonstrate for you is her down from a distance. So Fred will leave her in a sit stay. He turns to face her. This is the only time that you use your right hand to give the command.
No.
There you go. And that's what you do when she doesn't do it the first time. You say no and you repeat the command. So we have demonstrated for you some of her new skills. We're going to have written information for you. Answer any questions that you have about her tomorrow. You're going to get a chance to work with you, with Fred acting as your coach. We've enjoyed having her. She's a sweet girl, and we will see you very soon. And thank you again for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.